Good afternoon and welcome to KSMO Radio. Let's take a look at that noon hour weather forecast. We should continue to be sunny today with a high temperature near 28 degrees. Winds will be out of the northwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. They'll become light during this afternoon. And winds could gust as high as 20 miles per hour. Our wind chill value will be as low as 9 degrees. Skies should be clear tonight with low temperature around 13 degrees. Calm winds that become southerly 5 to 7 miles per hour after midnight tonight. And wind chill values will be as low as 5 degrees. Clouds will be increasing tomorrow with a high temperature near 38 degrees. Southeasterly winds will be 8 to 15 miles per hour with gusts as high as 26 miles per hour. And our wind chill value tomorrow will be as low as 4 degrees. Tomorrow night, showers are likely after midnight with a chance of precipitation at 70%. New precipitation amounts between a tenth and a quarter of an inch are possible. We'll have cloudy skies tomorrow night with low around 31 degrees and southerly winds will be 9 to 14 miles per hour with gusts as high as 29 miles per hour. And our wind chill value tomorrow night will be as low as 23 degrees. Our weekend's going to start out on Saturday with an 80% chance of precipitation, and new precipitation amounts between a tenth and a quarter of an inch are possible on Saturday. High temperature should be near 48 degrees with southerly winds 6 to 8 miles per hour becoming northwesterly during Saturday afternoon. Winds could gust as high as 20 miles per hour. Well, Saturday night, rain showers are likely before 9 p.m., then rain and snow showers likely between 9 and midnight. Then a chance of snow showers after midnight Saturday night. Chance of precipitation is 60% with cloudy skies and low temperature around 15 degrees. Sunday should be partly sunny with a high temperature near 25 degrees. Sunday night will be partly cloudy and we'll have a low temperature around 7. Monday, when we celebrate Washington's birthday, will be mostly sunny with a high temperature near 34 degrees. Then Monday night should be mostly cloudy with low around 16. Snow showers are likely on Tuesday with cloudy skies and high near 29. Then Tuesday night, snow showers continue with cloudy skies and low temperature around 7 degrees. Wednesday, we expect partly sunny skies on Wednesday with a high temperature near 24 degrees. And that is your noon hour weather update brought to you by all of us here at KSMO. Where it is now time for the Brownfield Commentary and Midday Livestock Report.
Perception is reality. The way we present ourselves, our farms, our animals, equipment could very well influence the emotional connection someone on the outside looking in has to the agricultural community. Hello, everyone. I'm Cindy Young with Brownfield, and this is my 2 cents. On the outskirts of many small to medium-sized towns, you'll see what I call the horse slums. Someone with a couple of acres decided they should have a horse because they or someone in their family have always wanted one. What the heck, they say. If we're going to have one horse, why not have 2 or 3? After about 6 months, the fun of having a horse begins to wear off. There's not enough time to ride and groom a horse. The cost of feed is much higher than they thought it would be, and if they tried to sell those horses, they'd never get their money back. So the poor beasts are confined to a small, dusty lot with poor forage and no escape from the elements. The once healthy animals are little more than bags of bones. I'm troubled by what I see when I drive by them, but I know there are a lot of horse owners who take really good care of their livestock. Most consumers do not have my frame of reference, so they assume all horses receive poor care. There's a lot of talk today about the origin of food. Many restaurants, food service institutions, and individual consumers want to know more about the meat, milk, and eggs they purchase. The problem is most people have no frame of reference and are not altogether able to differentiate between the kitties sleeping at the foot of the bed and a 1,200-pound steer. Perception is reality. I'm Cindy Young with Brownfield. That's my 2 cents.
Farming's hard. To feed the world, farmers have to work the land, brave the elements, and fight the battle against weeds. Weeds reduce crop yields, so prices go up and everybody gets less to eat. But 50 years ago, farmers got a new tool to fight weeds, glyphosate. It kills weeds while protecting the harvest. Time and again, it has been approved by the EPA and by leading regulatory bodies around the world. It helps enable practices that reduce erosion and keep soil healthy, which is good for the earth. Farming's hard, but it's a little easier with glyphosate. Learn more at go.bayer.com/glyphosate, paid for by Bayer.
When a parent sees their child smile, they see hope. Aleem hoped that his son Rajib would have an easier life than he had. You see, Rajib, just like his father, was born with a cleft. But thanks to Smile Train, both father and son received free, life-changing surgeries, transforming their smiles into symbols of hope. To learn more and support the Global Cleft community, visit smiletrain.org/learn. Smile Train, changing the world one smile at a time.
It's Fitz from the Country Top 40 Countdown. In case you missed us last weekend, it was Morgan Wallen who was knighted as the king of the castle at number 1 with Love Somebody. Will the Morgan Wallen reign continue, or will he get dethroned from another country star? As always, anything could happen. We'll see you this weekend for all the hits on the Country Top 40 with Fitz right here.
Hi, this is St. Louis Blues broadcaster Chris Kerber, and I want you to follow all the exciting action of the St. Louis Blues right here this season on your Ozark sports leader, KSMO Radio in Salem, Missouri. They've been one of the longest-running St. Louis Blues affiliates, and if you can't make it to the game, the next best thing is listening right here. It's KSMO Radio in Salem, Missouri, your radio home for the St. Louis Blues hockey.
Most direct cash cattle markets were quiet yesterday, and cash hog business was steady to higher. I'm John Perkins with a Brownfield Livestock Update. Direct cattle markets were mostly quiet Wednesday. Very light business was reported at 202 to 203 live and 320 dressed. That followed up on Tuesday's light activity at 203 live in the south, $3 lower than last week's weighted average. Asking prices were 204 plus live with bids of 202 to 203 live in Iowa and Nebraska and 320 dressed in Nebraska. With a winter storm impacting many of the major feeding areas at midweek, it looks like the rest of the week's business will wait until at least today. Box beef was lower, with choices down another $3.20 at $319.26, and select beef $3.07 lower at $309.14. The estimated cattle slaughter of 120,000 head was down 1,000 on the week and more than 3,000 on the year. At the OKC West Livestock Auction feeder cattle sale in El Reno, Oklahoma, compared to the previous week, steers were 1 to 2 lower, while heifers and calves are too lightly tested for an accurate comparison with the lower undertone. USDA says demand was moderate, but movement was hampered by the weather, with receipts down sharply on the week and the year. Medium and large number 1 feeder steers weighing 700 to 800 pounds brought 263 to 284. 8 to 9 weight steers range from 253 to 262.50. Medium and large number 1 feeder heifers weighing 4 to 500 pounds reported at 321 to 360, with 500 to 600 pound heifers at 280 to 330. Cash hogs were steady to higher with moderate closing negotiated numbers at the major direct markets. Those buyers at the major direct markets were generally in need of some near-term supplies after the lighter movement on Monday and Tuesday. Winter storm in parts of the Midwest likely did have some impact on movement for hogs as well. Domestic demand showing some signs of improvement but remains inconsistent, while export demand is good. That could be impacted by tariffs. For the weekend in February 8th, the average barrow and gilt weight in the Iowa, southern Minnesota, South Dakota reporting region was 290 pounds, down 0.7 from the week before that, but up 1.3 on the year. National direct barrels and gilts closed 70 cents higher with a weighted average of 89.25. Iowa, southern Minnesota was up 139 at 90.25. The Western Corn Belt was 136 higher at 90.21. Pork was down $1.09 at 98.63 on losses in loins, butts, ribs, and bellies. The estimated hog slaughter of 490,000 head was up 1,000 on the week and just over 1,000 on the year. We're online at brownfieldagnews.com. John Perkins, Brownfield.
Welcome to MFA. What can I help you with today?
Hey, Sarah. We'll need 5 tons of cattle charge.
You bet, Jake.
And I'm thinking 30 to 40 bags of that ricochet mineral for pasture. What is it? Fescue Max? Dad, that shield technology has been a game changer for our cows.
Wow, your dad's taught you a lot, hasn't he? You really know your stuff. Anything else?
Oh, and these mud boots.
MFA, your whole farm solution.
Ladies, get ready to attend the best women in agriculture industry event during the Western Farm Show, Saturday, February 22nd. Join us for an empowering day of networking, inspiring speakers just for women in the farming industry. Learn from industry leaders, share your experiences, and gain valuable insights to help you thrive in agriculture. It's all happening at the Western Farm Show. Don't miss this incredible opportunity to connect, learn, and grow. For more information and to register for your spot, visit westernfarmshow.com.
That has been the Brownfield Commentary and Midday Livestock Report. It is now time for a look at updated funeral announcements being brought to you as a courtesy of Your World Today. Serving Salem and Dent County for over 30 years, Your World Today is 4 pages of information that will take you about 5 minutes to read, and they are available in over 40 locations in Salem and in Bunker, and online at our website, KSMOradio.com. Your World Today. Be sure and pick one up every weekday or check it out online. Jerry William Robertson passed away January 31st at the age of 81 years. Funeral services for Jerry Robertson will be Friday at the James and Gar Mortuary in Rolla at 11:30. Visitation for family and friends will also be Friday, starting at 10 o'clock in the morning and continuing till service time at 11:30. Entry will be at the Missouri Veterans Cemetery in Waynesville, Friday at 1 o'clock with full military honors. And all arrangements for Jerry William Robertson are under the direction of the James Gar Mortuary of Rolla. Jess Mosley Marshall Sr. of St. Charles passed away Saturday, February 8th, the age of 93 years. Funeral services for Jess Marshall Sr. will be Saturday, February 15th at 1 o'clock in the afternoon at the Britton Bennett Funeral Home in Steelville. Visitation for family and friends of Jess Marshall Sr. will also be Saturday from 11 in the morning until service time at 1 o'clock. Entry will be at the Pleasant Point Cemetery, Steelville, Missouri. And all arrangements for Jess Mosley Marshall Sr. of St. Charles are under the direction of the Britton Bennett Funeral Home of Steelville. James H. Byers, age 84 of Salem, passed away Monday, February 10th. Funeral services for James Byers will be Saturday afternoon at 1 o'clock at the Wilson Mortuary, Salem Chapel, with visitation for family and friends of James Byers also on Saturday from 11 in the morning until service time at 1 o'clock. Burial will be in the Byers Family Cemetery, Montauk, Missouri. And all arrangements for James H. Byers of Salem are under the direction of the Wilson Mortuary of Salem. Wilda Jean Spencer of Rolla passed away Friday, February 7th at the age of 89 years. Funeral services for Wilda Spencer will be at the Rolla Chapel of James Gar Mortuary Monday, February 17th at 12 noon. Visitation for family and friends of Wilda Spencer will also be on Monday from 11 until service time at 12 noon. And all arrangements for Wilda Jean Spencer of Rolla are under the direction of the James Gar Mortuary of Rolla. James Myron Blaine of Fenton, Missouri, formerly of St. James, passed away Saturday, February 8th at the age of 46 years. Funeral services for James Blaine will be Tuesday at 11:30 in the morning at the St. James Chapel of James Gar Mortuary. Visitation for family and friends of James Blaine will also be on Tuesday prior to the service from 10:30 until service time at 11:30. Entry will be at the Fort Leonard Wood Veterans Cemetery in Waynesville with full military honors at 1:10 in the afternoon. Memorials are suggested to the wounded warriors, and all arrangements for James Myron Blaine, formerly of St. James, are under the direction of the James Gar Mortuary of St. James. Larry Dwayne Gray of Rolla passed away Sunday, February 9th at the age of 74 years. A memorial service will be scheduled at a later date. That has been a look at updated funeral announcements brought to you as a courtesy of Your World Today. Your World Today is the only daily news flyer in Dent County. It is available in over 40 locations in Salem and in Bunker. And be sure and check out Your World Today online at our website, KSMOradio.com. Your World Today has been serving Dent County for over 30 years, and the best part about it is absolutely free.
What's the fastest way for you to get yourself up to date on the latest in news, sports, weather, and obituaries that costs you absolutely nothing? It's Your World Today. Serving Salem and Dent County now for over 20 years, Your World Today is 4 pages of information that will take you about 5 minutes to read, and they're available in over 30-plus locations in Salem and in Bunker. Your World Today. Pick one up every weekday. They're free.
It is now time for a look at local news, and it's being brought to you by Southwest Baptist University's Salem campus. SBU's Salem campus provides quality higher education close to home for residents of Dent County and the surrounding area. For more on degrees and programs, stop by SBU Salem campus today at 501 South Grand Street, or you can call them at 573-729-7071. I'm Bob Parsons reporting. This evening's scheduled planning and zoning public hearing and meeting has been canceled due to City Code 110.170. On days Salem R80 schools closed due to inclement weather, all scheduled Board of Aldermen and other city meetings will be canceled. The mayor, with the approval of the president of the Board of Aldermen, has the authority to cancel or postpone meetings due to emergencies and inclement weather. The Dent County Health Center is providing warming items for those in need with winter coats, gloves, mittens, hats, and new socks. They will continue to provide this service this year. If you would like to help restock the items people have already taken and picked up, you can donate gloves, mittens, all sizes of hats, new socks, and blankets. If you'd like more information, or you'd like to donate items, or you'd like to make a monetary donation for staff to purchase items for the warming center at the Dent County Health Center, or if you need someone to pick up your donations, feel free to call them at 573-729-3106 or stop by the Dent County Health Center on Highway 3272 East. An accident occurred in Texas County at 3:40 Wednesday morning on Highway 32 about 4 miles east of Licking. According to the Highway Patrol report, a GMC Sierra driven eastbound by a 36-year-old man from Licking traveled off the roadway and struck a tree. The man suffered moderate injuries and was transported to the Texas County Memorial Hospital by the Texas County Ambulance. The GMC was totaled and removed from the scene by Jay's Towing at the request of the officer. The man was wearing his seat restraint at the time of the accident. An accident occurred in Marys County at the Highway 63 and 28 junction at 9:52 Wednesday morning. According to the Highway Patrol report, a 2001 Buick LeSabre, driven southbound by a 23-year-old woman from Licking, lost control on the snow-covered road and crossed over the center line where the Buick was struck by a 2023 Peterbilt, driven northbound by a 69-year-old man from Rosebud, Missouri. The woman suffered serious injuries and was transported by EMS to Phelps Health. The Buick was totaled and removed from the scene by Plaza's Towing, while the Peterbilt sustained extensive damage and was taken from the scene by Patriot Towing. The woman from Licking was wearing a seat restraint at the time of the accident, according to the report. The Highway Patrol was assisted to the scene by the Marys County Sheriff's Department and Vienna Fire Department. An accident occurred in Dent County Wednesday morning at 9:24 on Highway 72, about a mile south of Highway 32. According to the Highway Patrol report, a 2007 International tractor-trailer driven westbound by a 67-year-old man from St. James traveled off the right side of the roadway and struck a tree. The man was taken by a private conveyance to Phelps Health after suffering minor injuries. According to the report, he was wearing a seat restraint at the time of the accident. The International tractor-trailer was secured roadside. The Dent County chapter of Sleep and Heavenly Peace has received a $4,000 grant from Inter-County Electric's Charitable and Educational Foundation. Chapter President Patty McEwen said the chapter applied for the Inter-County Roundup grant and then interviewed with Intercounty on Thursday, February 6th, before receiving the news they had been awarded the grant Tuesday, February 11th. Congratulations to Patty and the Denton County chapter of Sleep in Heavenly Peace. If you're not familiar with what they do, they are an international nonprofit 501c3 organization that builds, assembles, and delivers new beds to children in need who do not have a bed. Anyone can apply for a child on the shpbeds.org website. That's shpbeds.org website. If you'd like more information about Sleep and Heavenly Peace, contact Patty at 703-964-6495. You can also email Patty at patti.mckeown@shpbeds.org. The Denton County Fire Protection District Board of Directors held their meeting Tuesday evening, February 11th. The consent agenda and minutes from the previous meeting were reviewed and approved. The financial report was reviewed with an ending balance of $401,763.43. All bills, payments, and statements were reviewed and approved. The monthly reimbursement report was presented with a total of 21 calls for the month and a total of 40 for the year. Of the 21 calls for the month, 15 were fire-related, with 7 of those being building fires and 2 mobile home fires. 3 calls were classified as hazmat-related, 1 call was a motor vehicle accident with injuries, and 2 calls were classified as other. In old business, board member Leanne Price stated that several events had been planned to make sure that all the facts were given so that voters could make a valid decision on the fire district bond at the next election. The board then heard from Brett Bailey to annex his property into the Denton County Fire Protection District. Bailey lives approximately 8 miles east of Salem and would like to become a part of the district. After answering questions and some discussion, the board gave Mr. Bailey the state statutes and paperwork for review. The board discussed the lease of the ice maker currently with B&B Distributors out of St. Louis. After the discussion, board approved to not renew the contract with B&B. The board also discussed the current Centas service they receive and elected not to discontinue that service. In the chief's report, Chief Dennis Floyd reported ladder truck 8012 was back in service after being repaired in St. Louis at a cost of $12,679. He also stated 4 people attended the Winter Fire Training School at Columbia MU Fire and Rescue Training Institute. Floyd went on to report that he and Jeff Stokes would be meeting with the IDA board on Wednesday, February 19th in the library basement. Floyd also reported that on Saturday, April 12th, the department will hold training on propane tank fires. In a state-sponsored class, and other departments will be invited to participate. Before adjourning, the next meeting was set for Tuesday, March 11th at 6 o'clock in the evening. Denton County Assessor Jamie Holmeyer wants to remind everyone your annual assessment forms that list your personal and business property for 2024 are due March 1st, which is just 2 weeks away. You may drop off your assessment list at the assessor's office at the courthouse. They're open from 8 in the morning till 4:30 in the afternoon. There is also a drop box on the front lawn of the courthouse for your convenience if you can't make it by until after hours. You can also mail in your assessment list forms, but make sure that you have a postal clerk postmark your envelope by taking it into the desk inside the post office. You can also e-file your assessment list form online until April 30th. Just follow the instructions on the assessment form you received in the mail. The penalty for not getting in your assessment form on time is determined at $10 per $1,000 of assessed valuation, with a maximum penalty of $100 if you have assessed valuation of $10,000 or more. If you have any questions or you need any assistance with the online form, call Denton County Assessor Jamie Holmeyer at the Denton County Courthouse at 573-729-6010 or stop by during regular business hours. The Healthy Denton County Fitness Center is bringing back its popular adult co-ed volleyball league for a 3rd year. The league features 2 divisions, a silver, which is recreational division, and a gold, which is competitive division. Teams must maintain a gender balance on the court with no more men than women playing at a time. and no two men playing side by side. League games will take place on Tuesday evenings through March and April at the Salem Community Center at the Armory Gymnasium, with a championship tournament set for Saturday, April 26th. There'll be no games during the last week of March. Each team can have a maximum of 8 players, and no additional players can be added after the roster is submitted. The deadline to register is February 27th, and registration forms are available at the Healthy Dent County Fitness Center. If you'd like more information or you have questions, contact Susie Cahill at 573-739-1127, or you can go online to susie@salemcommunitycenter.org. Well, that has been a look at local news, and it was brought to you by SBU Salem Campus at 501 South Grand Street, where they offer degrees in nursing, which is an RN bridge program, criminal justice, and elementary education. For more information about SBU Salem Campus, contact them at 573-729-7071.
Southwest Baptist University campus in Salem provides quality higher education close to home for residents of Dent County and the surrounding areas. The classes at SBU Salem campus are taught in the afternoon and evenings, making a degree attainable for people who are in the workforce or can't afford to go off to get a degree. We offer degrees in nursing, which is an RN bridge program, criminal justice, elementary education. For more information on the degrees and programs, please contact admissions counselor Chris Welch to schedule an appointment as a prospective or returning student. You may call 573-729-7071.
Why is the grass always greener on the other side of the fence? Well, they fertilize with Dent County Farm Supply Fertilizer. The plant is located on Highway 72 across from the concrete plant. They have fertilizer, ammonium nitrate, and micronutrients, and they also have herbicides and seeds, as well as custom fertilizer and lime spreading services. Plus, Dent County Farm Supply at 1716 West Scenic Rivers Boulevard here in Salem is now offering John Deere financing, and they can handle all of your animal needs. For more information about fertilizer or feed, call 453-2920. Agriculture plays a big part in our everyday lives, from fibers in our clothes to the foods that we eat. If it weren't for agricultural programs such as FFA, we wouldn't have the resources that we do, and that's one reason Roberts Judson and the staff are proud to support the Salem FFA chapter. Roberts Judson at 302 East 4th Street in Salem.
What's the fastest way for you to get yourself up to date on the latest in news, sports, weather, and obituaries that cost you absolutely nothing? It's Your World Today. Serving Salem and Dent County now for over 20 years, Your World Today is 4 pages of information that will take you about 5 minutes to read, and they're available in over 30-plus locations in Salem and in Bunker. Your World Today. Pick one up every weekday. They're free.
Reality check number 44. You can spend money everywhere. Why can't you bank everywhere? At Town & Country Bank, we have a solution for that. Town & Country may be a hometown bank, but our banking is state-of-the-art. We have dozens of ATMs across the area. Plus, you can bank anytime, anywhere, online or on your phone. You can even deposit checks from your phone. Pretty cool, huh? Town & Country Bank. Smart, friendly solutions. Member FDIC.
Agricultural education and FFA give young people the knowledge, skills, and experience to become leaders locally as well as internationally with a vision for themselves and their nation. They are prepared not only for careers in the science, business, and technology of agriculture, but also for success in life. Join the City of Salem in saluting the students of the Salem FFA chapter during FFA Week.
Hi, I'm Chris Kerber.
And I'm Joey Vitale.
We invite you to be our guest this season as we bring you the exciting play-by-play action of the St. Louis Blues.
We'll tell you about every big save, bone-crushing hit, and every game-winning goal on your Ozark sports leader, KSMO in Salem, Missouri.
Your radio home for St. Louis Blues hockey.
It is now time for a look at local and regional sports, and it's being brought to you by your Ozark sports leader, KSMO. The Missouri Tigers hosted the Oklahoma Sooners last night, and after the first half, the Tigers had established themselves with a 20-point lead. In the second half, the Tigers continued their dominance, defeating the Sooners by a final score of 82-58. Mark Mitchell led the Tigers with 25 points. Missouri's next game will be this Saturday afternoon at 2 o'clock on the road against the Georgia Bulldogs. Listen to this game live on KSMO 1340 AM and 95.7 FM. The Salem basketball Tigers are making the long trip to Thayer tomorrow night to take on the Bobcats. The JV game will start at 6 o'clock and the varsity game will follow at around 7:30. You can listen to this game live on KSMO Radio or the audio-only live stream available on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook. And that's been a look at local and regional sports brought to you as a courtesy of KSMO. Stay tuned for Look at Sports from the Missouri Net.
Number 21, Mizzou, got a strong defensive performance in a career-best game from junior Mark Mitchell, who scored 25, as the Tigers beat Oklahoma 82-58. Tony Perkins led the Tigers with 5 steals.
Not let guys think they finna come in here, have a good night, get them out of their comfort zone for whoever's guarding them. Even if we switch, even if we stay on the ball with a guard, then, once he come in here, he gonna realize that, it ain't gonna be one of them nights. So I think that's everybody's mindset.
Tigers improved to 18-6. Travis Kelce is going to take time to decide his NFL future.
Right now, I'm just kicking everything down the road. It can weigh on you. And right now, it's one of those things where it was kind of driving me crazy this year.
On his podcast with his brother, he explained at 35, he's played in 25 playoff games in the last 10 years. 203 games in his career. Does he have the drive?
As you see yourself or not feel yourself have the success that you once used to have, man, it's a tough pill to swallow. I think I could play, whether or not I'm motivated or it's the best decision for me.
The Cardinals will have to go with a plan B for third baseman Nolan Arenado. ESPN reported that Alex Bregman is signing a 3-year, $120 million deal with the Boston Red Sox, the team that John Mozeliak had been trying to work out a deal with this winter. One of the teams Arenado would have been interested in.
Could something happen in the next week? Possibly. Could this go into camp? Possibly. So I really don't have a definitive answer.
Salvi, Michael Waka, and the rest of the Royals catchers and pitchers got started yesterday. Many players already in camp. Matt Quattrero says this team is ready to build on their playoff performance from last season.
Yeah, I think guys are chomping at the bit to get out here. It's a long off season, especially when you taste a little success, but guys knew they wanted more, and they're really looking forward to get back. The motivation's been there all winter.
Blues goalie Jordan Binnington made a big save in overtime. Team Canada beat Sweden 4-3 in the first of the Four Nations face-off games. Bill Pollock, Missouri Net Sports.
My doctor said I could use something called a biosimilar. Then she told me what it is.
A biosimilar is a type of biologic medication. Just like brand name drugs have generic versions, original biologics can have biosimilars.
So I asked what the benefits are and if they work the same.
Biosimilars have the same safety, effectiveness, and quality as the original biologic. They also offer more medication options at potentially more competitive prices.
My doctor said I could learn more at fda.gov/biosimilars.
Yes! I finally got my first phone!
It is exciting. Let's learn a few things about online safety first.
We can secure our world. Online security depends on you and me. Install updates, make better passwords. Think before you click, use multiple factors. That's how we can secure our world.
Learn more at CISA.gov/secure our world.
Throughout its long and distinguished history, the FFA organization has provided leadership skills to countless youth in America. These youth, empowered with the skills learned through the FFA program, become valuable assets to their communities. Over the years, rural communities have gone through many changes. However, agricultural and its related enterprises remains a cornerstone of most of these towns. Without the agricultural and leadership skills provided by the FFA organization, there is no doubt that the face of rural America would be much different. At Riverways Federal Credit Union, we are proud to support the Salem FFA program and all it stands for. Thank you, FFA, for all you have done, and here's to an incredible future.
Hey, all you high school juniors, with a few well-placed words, there's an adventure at hand waiting for you. It's the Intercounty Youth Contest, and you can win an all-expense-paid trip to Washington, D.C. or Jefferson City. And all you have to do is write a 250 to 500-word essay on what's one thing you'd love to learn or get better at and why. For more information about the Youth Tour Contest, contact your school or Intercounty Electric Member Services at 866-621-3679.
Hey!
Here at KSMO Radio, it's now time for news from the Missouri Net. Then stay tuned as I'll be back after the top of the 1 o'clock hour with your latest KSMO weather forecast.
Mid-Ozark Animal Health Center wants to remind you that spring is just around the corner, and it's time to get your horses their spring tune-up with the West Nile, Rhino Flu, EWT shots, and Coggins. They can also take care of your dogs and cats with their selection of tick and flea care products. Call and make an appointment today or stop by the Mid-Ozark Animal Health Center at 900 West Scenic Rivers Boulevard here in Salem. A proud supporter of the Salem FFA.
I've just been feeling so sluggish lately. You should try the Metamucil 2-Week Challenge. The Metamucil 2-Week Challenge? Yeah, Metamucil 4-in-1 Fiber helps trap and remove the waste that weighs you down. Start your daily routine now, and in 2 weeks, you could be feeling great. Well, it's been 2 weeks. How you feeling? Lighter and feeling great.
If you want to feel lighter by promoting digestive health, sign up to take the 2-week challenge at Metamucil.com. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
With news on Missouri Net, I'm Marshall Griffin. Highly pathogenic avian influenza is hitting poultry farms in Missouri and elsewhere, leading to soaring egg prices. Western Missouri Congressman Mark Alford is sponsoring the so-called Healthy Poultry Assistance and Indemnification Act, or HPAI. It would expand compensation for all poultry growers within controlled areas, including buffer zones, and create a payment formula based on a producer's average income from their 5 most recent flocks. MoDOT road crews are cleaning up after the latest winter storm dropped snow around much of Missouri. Maintenance engineer Jason Schaefer says MoDOT has 1,500 trucks clearing the state's more heavily traveled highways. He says this storm was different from January's because temperatures are not as cold.
I've always looked at like winter storms are kind of like people. There's some, similarities in appearance, but they've all got their own personality.
And an airplane ran off a runway at St. Louis Lambert International Airport Wednesday morning. There were 27 people on board, including the crew, with no reported injuries. This is Missouri Net.